Hi, John Dwyer here, and welcome to Module 2 of our 12-module program, the WOW Manifesto Client Attraction System. Okay, and what I wanted to do is to teach you today how to be the expert. Let's bring that up on my slide behind me. Okay, now, you know, experts charge more money and they can attract more money, and the reason they can is because they're experts. And we, as consumers, are willing to pay more money to experts. Imagine if Gordon Ramsay was to cook your meal for you tonight. I think there's a good chance that you would be willing to pay more than if it was just Fred Smith, the normal chef from the restaurant down the road. And that's the point. If you promote yourself as an expert, you'll find that not only will you attract more people, but also you'll be able to charge more. And you might say, well, hang on, I'm not the business. Thanks, JD, but you know, you are a marketing coach or advisor, so therefore you are the business, and it makes sense for you to tell everybody that you're a guru and an expert. But we have widgets. Well, that's fine. And if your widget, whether it's a lawnmower or whether it's a beautiful mattress, the most comfortable mattress in the world for your bed, or whether it's a motor car, or whether it's a suit, whatever it may be, then if you think it's really one of the best in town, and it should be if you're marketing it, then you promote your products or your services as being, you know, the best or expert or the highest of expertise. Okay. Now let me just take you through some very important points in terms of expertise. I'm going to refer to my trusty laptop here. If you position yourself as the go-to person, then yes, you'll find that people will gravitate to you. And I guess, you know, I've used Gordon Ramsay, but Steve Irwin was a classic example of that. So was Martha Stewart. So I think you get it. Number two, as I said before, people pay more to experts. And what it tends to do is break down the barrier of mistrust. If you are in the advisory service, which I am, there's a pretty good chance in the day and age that we live in where people have gone to seminars and have been ripped off, or they've watched some supposed guru on pay TV and they've been ripped off, then there's a very good chance that there's some skepticism out there. However, if you demonstrate your expertise, and hopefully that's what I'm doing throughout this whole module, or 12 modules, then you will combat that skepticism. You've got to make sure, of course, that you give good content. So promote yourself as the expert, give good content, and you will combat the natural skepticism that people have when it comes to people beating their chest saying how good they are. Number three, give lots of free advice, okay? Solving problems and motivating your staff to do the same thing. Doesn't matter whether you're online or offline. The whole idea is that if you are promoting your goods or services, or you're promoting yourself as the solution to people's problems, in other words, experts, then you want to make sure that if you've got the A-team behind you, that is your staff, that they're doing the same thing. Okay, and I guess the best example of that would be Apple stores. My goodness, you can't walk into an Apple store without one of those 400 kids in the blue t-shirt running up and asking you if they can help you, and they do it in just the most delightful, extraordinary customer service way. And of course the other great example of it would be Disney. You go to a Disney theme park, and of course, you know, it's not just the, you know, senior management that understand, you know, I guess customer service or customer experiences. It's those that work right down to the street cleaner, you know, with his brush and his pan. They are taught to communicate with you in the same way that the leader would be. And so therefore, if you're going to promote your products or services or yourself as the expert, make sure if you have staff that they're doing the same thing. Okay, you want to promote the fact that you've got expertise, or your company has expertise in this particular area. Now, consider experiential marketing. And you might say, well, okay, what's experiential marketing? Experiential marketing is a bit like the Hoover vacuum cleaner salesman used to. I don't know whether they still do, but in the old days, they would knock on the door and Mrs. Smith would open the door and they would tip a whole bunch of dirt onto the carpet. She would be, excuse me, okay, and then they would vacuum it up. And that was an experience. So that's called experiential marketing. And they would demonstrate to Mrs. Smith just how good the vacuum cleaner was. Now you'll find that the Coke-Pepsi comparison, that fantastic TV ad where basically it was the Coke-Pepsi test, that's experiential marketing. You'll makeup kiosks in department stores. You'll find in Macy's and big department stores like that, you go through the ladies' makeup section, the cosmetic section. They will actually, call the ladies in and get them to put the blush on their face and do the whole thing. So basically, it's a makeover. The puppy dog clothes is the classic experiential marketing, and the story goes that mum and dad walk into the pet shop, and little 11-year-old Tommy goes, "Oh, that puppy! I want that puppy! I want that puppy!" And of course, mum and dad go, "No, we came in here to buy, a budgerigar." well, or goldfish. We're not walking home with a puppy. And of course he wants the cute little puppy in the window. So the puppy dog close is where the pet shop owner says to mum and dad, look, here's the gorgeous little puppy. Take that home with little Tommy. And in 24 hours, if you don't like it, then just bring it back and we'll give you your money back. Chances of that ever happening? That little puppy dog's not coming back. So that's experiential marketing. They're saying take the puppy dog home, experience the wonderful, sort of love that little puppy dog can give you, and then if you don't like the puppy dog in a day or two, just bring it back. Well, I don't think the puppy dog would have ever been brought back with that particular scenario. Now, the other thing is that you can demonstrate your expertise and the experience and the knowledge that you have at trade shows. Let me just go through. I'm just looking at my laptop here, if you don't mind. Trade shows, seminars, webinars, podcasts, launch parties, and even shopping centre kiosks. Now, take me, for example. I'm a marketing coach, marketing advisor, and how I get my message out there to the likes of you, a business owner or someone running a business, is through a series of communication channels. Number one, seminars and their live events. And so therefore we might get 50, 80, 100, 120 business owners, managers in a room, and I will go on stage and go through my marketing mantra, showing everyone the wow factor direct response system. And then there'll be a percentage of those people who want to learn more, just like you. And so they go, right, how do I sign up? How do I get more of this stuff? Then I'll do it through podcasts. We have a podcast that I do, salesforprofit.com, and so therefore that goes out regularly with regular podcasts. I do webinars, and so therefore I will promote webinars through Facebook and Instagram and things like that, and I'll pump those out pretty regularly. And Facebook Lives, I'll do a whole bunch of Facebook Lives. Now you've got to determine how you can actually get your message out there through demonstrating your expertise across any of those channels. And if I could just give you a big hint, please really think about the online world these days. It's something which is there for you to exploit. If you are in the advisory business, so you might be a financial advisor, you might be a lawyer, you might be someone who could be a life coach, you might be someone who's an interior decorator, you might be someone who could be an accountant. I mean, whatever advisory service you're in, think about how you can sell once to many, because that's where you scale your business. If you're actually just, sort of offering your expertise on a one-to-one basis, then for you to get rich, you're going to have to be charging a pretty heavy hourly rate. And I would advise that you consider doing what I'm doing and what I have been doing for the last number of years, and that is I've swapped from being a consultant where I had a small number of clients who were paying me $10 or $20 or even $30,000 a month, to now having a whole bunch of clients who pay a very small, modest amount of money, but are getting just about the same benefit because I'm delivering my expertise like this. So therefore, whilst you're watching this, there could be X number of other people watching it at the same time. You're still getting hopefully a lot of great value out of this, even though you're not sitting one-on-one with me. I'm just giving you everything that I've got, and you will get that throughout the entire 12 modules of this program. I'm giving you everything I've got, but of course what I've done is scaled my IP. I've scaled my intellectual property. The next module, number 3, is all about how to create a wow. And this is all about teaching you how to take your prospects' eyes off your price. And we'll look forward to seeing you next week in module 3.